Hello, everyone, and welcome. It's a pleasure to be here today in Limassol at IFX. We're going to dive today into a challenge I'm sure many of you are facing, how to drive performance and scale your results with paid media without draining your resources. Okay, so a quick background on myself. I'm Anastasia. I'm a client partner here at TikTok. And my day-to-day involves working hand-in-hand with some of our largest financial advertisers to help them get the maximum of their TikTok investment. And over the next 30 minutes, we're gonna look into how you can drive your success with TikTok. And we're gonna also pull back the curtain at how financial category specifically evolves in TikTok and exact tools that you can use, AI and creative, to drive success. So let's take a look at the reality of the market. I don't think this will be news to anybody in the room that today's consumers are feeling financially stuck between inflation, monetary market volatility, and also the increasingly complex financial products. They're actually looking for help, and they're looking for help they can actually relate to. Traditional, stiff, jargon-heavy paid ads are not cutting it anymore. What they're looking for is ads that actually speak their language, and not even ads, just generally content. And that's why on TikTok, everything changes. Bloggers, creators, influencers, however you call them, the consumers actually relate to them and they trust them, even when it comes to financial advice. If anybody here still thinks that TikTok is for dance challenges, well, the data proves otherwise. We found the latest data that TikTok is actually one of the top 6 sources people go to when it comes to financial advice, just slightly behind friends and family. So the creators on TikTok, this is the huge community that people go to when it comes to investment, when it comes to a big financial advice. And what are they searching for? Well, there is a wide variety of topics. I know the screen is a little too small maybe to see, but we pulled top hashtags that people searched for the last 12 months in Southeast Asia, as an example, in the financial category. And what we found is that it's countless topics. It's ranging from traditional banking, trading, and crypto and Bitcoin definitely leading the pack. So whether you are an FX broker or wealth management app, a crypto exchange, your consumers are there on TikTok, actively looking to learn and actively seeking for content. The question is, are you capturing that demand? And to do that, we develop 2 major offerings to help you solve 2 sides of the same coin. So one side is creative. And here we have a solution called TikTok One that we're going to dive deeper in our session. This is our centralized hub for anything creative. And secondly, media. When you have the best creative, you can have the best creative in the world, but if it doesn't work in terms of the setup in your TikTok ads manager, it's not going to deliver results. So it's very important that you use the best tools you can get to drive your KPIs. And here we have an amazing solution called Smart Plus. This is our AI-driven, fully automated campaign type that can help you get the results you need. Now let's take a closer look at each one of them and learn how you can start using each one of them today. Starting from the creative side. Creativity and culture, they move together on TikTok. And I want to be very clear that creativity is not a nice-to-have checkbox on TikTok. Unlike maybe some other platforms you're used to, on TikTok, it's not enough to just have one creative, set it and forget it for a month. Unfortunately, this is not going to work. TikTok is known for a fast-paced type of scrolling, right? And users really, creative fatigue is real on TikTok. So you really need to refresh your creatives very regularly. And with that comes the volume that you need to have of the creatives, and also the speed. So we know that 50% of campaign success is actually attributed to your creative. And knowing that creative can be daunting, even to come up with an idea, what to put in the ad, but also if we're speaking about volume and speed that you can have, this can be overwhelming and even scary to tackle. Exactly because of that, we developed a solution called TikTok One. You may have heard of it, but basically this is a centralized creative engine, creative hub or platform where you can do everything creatively for TikTok specifically. And we're going to talk about specific pillars that TikTok One is built on in a second. But if you're thinking about creator marketing, how to work with influencers on TikTok, I definitely encourage you to explore TikTok One solution. Also before, we used to have different fragmented tools, like you may have heard of TTCX and others. So now it's all combined into TikTok One to make it really easy for you to do creative for TikTok. You might think about, how would I even find the right creators? Especially, I know that many of you are global brands, so you probably don't advertise even in the location you live in. So how do you even access the creators, let's say, in Indonesia? You don't speak the language, you don't even know who is popular there. So exactly that's why we developed TikTok One solution. Let's look at the key 4 pillars of TikTok One, what it's built on. And don't worry, the slide might be too small for you to look at, but I'm going to go through each one of them. So number 1, creator marketing. This is when you want to work with a creator one-on-one directly. Let's assume that you have somebody you think could be a good fit for your brand, and you really want to work with that creator. If you haven't partnered with them before, even getting a hold of that influencer can be really hard. They just would not respond to your email, right, if they don't know you. It's just a basic challenge, right, that maybe nobody talks about. But TikTok One solves that because it's all within TikTok umbrella, it's all official, and they would very highly likely respond to your message if you do that through TikTok One. So that's one side. You know somebody you want to work with, you find them on TikTok One, and you reach out officially through TikTok. Another way how you would use creator marketing is that you don't know anybody, but you want to work with some specific creators one-on-one. So we have a very advanced searching tool within TikTok One where you can explore creators. You can use not just the vanity metrics to analyze them, like likes, comments, but you can actually look at their audience and analyze it, and you can look at the past conversion performance. So how did the partnerships before for that creator worked in the past? So it's a really cool tool for you to select and handpick the right creators for your brand, and then do the negotiations, discuss the brief, and everything else within TikTok. That's number 1. Number 2 is creator content at scale. I really love this feature because when I talked about volume and speed before, you might be thinking, where would I get that many creatives? Probably your creative team is overwhelmed, designer is overwhelmed, you have to produce banners and images for so many different platforms. Well, this is how you can do that. How it works, you create a brief for your project. So let's say you want the creator to talk about your new promo or something like that. You specify some guidelines, what you want them to talk about, what maybe not to say. Then you can add some references. And basically, you just explain what the content should be about. Using all the AI tools, you can quickly translate that to a local language. So let's say if you want to submit this for Philippines creators, you can just easily do that in Tagalog. And that way, when you post that brief, you will start getting submissions, tens, hundreds of submissions from local Filipinos creators, as an example. And what you will get, so you'll be able to review those videos, that the content that they will actually create for your brand. You'll be able to review it. You'll be able to accept or decline if you don't like it. You can also ask them to make changes. All of that on TikTok One platform. Honestly, this is a game changer. If you want to use TikTok paid ads, I highly recommend to look at that. One other interesting and very enticing bonus for you is that you're not going to pay the creator fee here. It's only tied by the media requirements, so minimum budget that you're gonna put into paid ads after. So if you commit to spend that much on those ads, you're not gonna pay anything for the creator partnership. This is the best tool for you to get volume and speed, and also think about the refreshing ads that I talked about before. You have to constantly keep changing your creatives, because people really do get tired of the creatives, and you would see your performance plummeting quite soon. Honestly, it can take a week or two, depending on the creative. So to get that volume, use creator scale, content at scale. Another pillar is partner exchange. So the reason you would use that one is twofold. So one, if you say the creator content at scale is nice, but honestly, it sounds a little overwhelming for me. I have so many other tasks. So this is where you can outsource it to a vetted agency partner. So somebody who TikTok vetted, we work with them regularly, they can do all the work for you. So they basically will be able to help you create the brief, find the right creators. They'll be able to review the ads for you. You also, of course, have the control to decide which ones will go live, which one will not. But this is your opportunity to just outsource it, work with an agency partner. And another reason why you would be using Partner Exchange is that some of the countries and some of the regions might not be available for creator content at scale. To give you an example, Nigeria, for example, I know is a very promising market for many financial brands today. You're not able to access Nigeria specifically on creator content at scale, but you still want to produce local content. If you use Partner Exchange, the agencies, they have access to, let's say, Nigerian creators. So that's why also you would be using Partner Exchange. And finally, the fourth pillar is Content Suite. I also love this feature because what Content Suite does, it allows you to search for your brand mentioning on TikTok, your organic brand mentioning. So imagine somebody, a creator, a blogger on TikTok, they posted a video about your brand themselves. Nobody asked them to do that, so they're not paid to do that. They just posted because they loved your brand. Maybe they did a tutorial, maybe they did a review, and on that platform Content Suite, you'll be able to look up all of that content that positively speaks about your brand. You won't be able to find any negative reviews there, I promise, because we have filters in place, so only positive mentionings of your brand will show up. And what you can do with that, you can amplify it with paid ads. This is awesome because you're basically working with something that proved to be working organically. And there is a very high chance that if you amplify it as paid ad, it will be working well for you as well. So these core 4 pillars, they basically create the TikTok One platform. And this is your creative engine. I really recommend you to take a look at TikTok One. It's a big platform, as you can see, multiple different things in it. So you need to really get familiarized with it if you want to be serious about your TikTok paid campaigns. And you might be thinking, well, this is all great, this is all creator work, but where is AI, a buzzword today? Well, we do have an AI solution for you there as well. It's called TikTok Symphony. So this is like, you can call it a 5th pillar of TikTok One. TikTok Symphony is basically a solution that allows you to use AI to create creatives. So Symphony can write scripts for you. It can change hooks for your video. It can change the ending. It can do whatever you want it to do in terms of editing your existing video. But it can also create a new one for you. Our data shows that Symphony ads actually perform really well compared to your usual production ads if you use your own team. So this does not replace the previous slide that I talked about, the creator marketing. I would encourage you to use all of them and see what works best for your brand. Another cool thing about TikTok Symphony is that it can allow you to use AI avatars. I'm not sure if anybody heard of AI avatars here in the room, but basically it's digital people that can be creators for you. So what we talked before, creator content at scale, that's real people, right? That's real people somewhere in the world who are ready to create content for you. AI avatars are AI-created people, right? You can say that. And they can say whatever you want them to say about your brand. You just give a text prompt, and it will create a video, which is very naturally looking. Honestly, the technology today is so amazing that I'm sure you've seen an ad that you thought is real, but it's not just that it's AI. I'm sure so many AI ads, but the AI avatar is like next level. Somebody talking on a camera, you think it's a real creator, real influencer, but no, you can actually use an AI avatar to do that. It's just a cool thing even to play with and just to get yourself, up to speed with the progress that we are all facing today. Highly recommend to take a look. It's all free. It's nothing to pay, to register. This is all within the TikTok One platform. You can access TikTok Symphony. And on top of that, I'm very excited to share that now TikTok Symphony integrates with our latest AI video generation tool called Dreamina Seedance 2.0. So this is our AI video creation tool. In general, Symphony, it can create a video for you, but the model that it uses, that makes a difference, right? It could be, think about ChatGPT 3.0 versus 5.0, right? It's like more advanced. So Dreamina Seedance is the most advanced tool we have right now to create videos. It's fully integrated in Symphony right now. And what it can do for you, it can, if you use just a text prompt, create a cinematic, really high-quality video specifically for TikTok. So I played around with it, and I tried to create some videos for IFX. I couldn't upload them here. It was too late. But I really was impressed with just how the quality is so high that you cannot even tell that it's not a real shoot. And two key things why this is really important for TikTok paid ads. One is that the output that you get is TikTok first. Because it's all within the TikTok umbrella, the ads or the content that you get, it knows the pace that TikTok users love. It knows what they are scrolling past, what they're actually stopping and watching. So the video it's going to generate are going to be very TikTok focused and very likely to perform well as a paid ad. And another reason is versatility. So think about you need to pivot very quickly. Maybe there is a trend that you really need to capitalize on, or there is, let's say, a new promo that you need to go live with tomorrow. You don't have time to create a brief, send it to creators, wait for submissions. And also your production team doesn't have time to produce creatives. So for that, you'll be able to use the Dreamina Seedance 2.0 to create the ads very quickly. It would take minutes, max hour if you're not yet familiar with it. Take a look and explore. Mm-hmm. It's all within TikTok Symphony. If you go to TikTok One, just Google TikTok One. It's all inside, yes. It's all within one umbrella of TikTok One. So by using TikTok One and all the different areas of TikTok One, we solve the creative bottleneck. Imagine now you have this amazing volume and amazing speed how you get those creatives. You're ready to refresh them quickly, ready to get them into work. How do you make sure that they actually achieve your KPIs? Another very important piece of the puzzle is media side of things. So how to make sure that your campaign setup is correct on TikTok Ads Manager, all the toggles, all the levers are correct to drive the results. For that, we developed Smart Plus. Smart Plus is our automated AI-driven solution that takes away the manual optimization hurdle from you. You don't have to manually optimize campaigns anymore. And this is basically a campaign type. If you go into TikTok Ads Manager to create your first campaign, you have a choice, either to select manual campaign, I do not recommend, or a Smart Plus. So choose Smart Plus. It's really proven, the data shows, proven to drive results for you. And you might be thinking, well, it's probably a black box. I'm not going to have any control. It's going to do whatever it wants to do, and I'm going to lose money. Well, the way it's designed is automation by default, flexibility by design. You still get to choose a lot of different parameters within Smart Plus if you choose to. That will give you control of what's working, what's not working, what's applicable for your brand, what's not. And again, this slide is a little small, but I can go just high level, one by one. In terms of the control that you get, you can still select the structure of the campaigns. You can still select one campaign, one ad group, one campaign, multiple ad groups, things like that. It does not take that control from you. You can still control some targeting capabilities as well. Although Smart Plus, the beauty of it is that you just give the goal that you want to reach, and then Smart Plus finds the right audience in the right location for you. Budget, of course. You still have full control of your budget, how the system spends it. And then you can pull back, or you can spend more if you want to. Placements. You might know that on TikTok, you have an option not only advertise on TikTok, but we also have a network of apps and websites called Pangle. So it's double actually. When you do TikTok ads, you advertise on TikTok and Pangle. But with Smart Plus, we do have control of deselecting Pangle as an option if you want to prioritize, let's say, TikTok. And finally, all the reporting can be made custom. You can customize what you want to include, what you want to exclude. And then different tests that you can do with Smart Plus, auto A/B split test, and bulk import-export feature, all of that is available. And if you get to the point when it becomes more advanced in terms of ads, you can now integrate API. And API will allow you to run ads more efficiently. I would not recommend it to do in the beginning if you're still in the beginning of the journey with TikTok ads. But once you get there, definitely consider using APIs because it makes things much easier. So this is in a nutshell, top key features of Smart Plus and what it can do and different controls that you have when you advertise with Smart Plus. So basically, when you pair the creative engine, the ultimate creative engine in TikTok One, an ultimate performance multiplier in Smart Plus, you don't just get better ad placement, you get the new growth asset. Don't let your brand get scrolled past. Lean into automation, trust the creators, and let's convert those views into high-value customers. I think that we still have some time for questions if there are any, so I'm happy to answer maybe 2-3 questions if there are. Yes?
How do you suggest brands strike the balance between their own creatives and working with creators and, paid media?
I would say it all has to be tested. So you have to, only the data would show what works best. So the advertiser that I work with, the largest, right, that spend millions of dollars on TikTok, they usually have the balance, as you said. So they don't just go with creators or just with Symphony or just with creative production in-house. They do a combination, but what it looks like, the percentage, they have to test and try. Okay, thank you very much.